Merry Christmas, everybody. I'll see an Electric Messiah's video, man. He was flashing a gun around, wishing a Merry Christmas to Fed Smoker, So Real 187, and a bunch of other slobs. I got a question to Slob60, Kurt Mason, you know, worthless tits on the board, whatever he calls himself. A couple of others out there. They're involved in this cryptocurrency, you know. Dogecoin is exploding today. It's up to, it's not a penny yet, but it's up to like 0.009. It's like right up there, touching a penny. I'm just glad I got a lot of Dogecoin. And I'm talking thousands of them, so I'm going into cash pretty soon. But anyway, I got some, I got like a question. I got like a, how do I say this? These, there's apps out there that Bitcoin faucets, touch the button and you get a Bitcoin, you know, you cash them out, you know, these games out there, so many, you know, so many games you play or surveys or whatever, and you get Satoshi points, and when you get to a certain amount of Satoshi points, you cash them out, you know. I've been doing that for a little bit, you know, and I made a few bucks. But I found out that some of these apps are absolute scams that don't want to pay you. You know, I reported a couple of them to the Google fraud department. So I kind of want Slob60 or whatever his name, Slob60, whatever that guy's name. I don't know who's behind that account. I think it's Jacko UK behind that account. Slob60 and Kurt Mason. I want their opinion. What do you guys think about these faucets, these apps, you know, that they pay out? I mean, they don't pay out very much. It might be $10 in a couple of days, or, you know, depending on how fast you work at it, you know. They got a couple of these apps that you spin the wheel and it says you won 18 Satoshis, you know, and you come back in 15 minutes, you know. And they got this one that hit the button, come back in 5 minutes, whatever. CoinPot, I got an account on CoinPot, where you claim every 5 minutes or whatever, and they give you a percentage, whatever. So I just want to know what your opinion is, and what your opinion is on some of these apps. You know, is it really worth it? Do you think it's really worth it, or is it just a waste of time? I mean, $10 a week, you know, $40 a week, whatever. It's $120 a month. That might be a couple $1,000s a year. So I think it's kind of worth it, but at the same time, it's very time consuming. I have like, I'm not gonna go how many apps I have, but I have a few. And I racked up some good points doing some games and shit like that. It's a good way to mine Bitcoin without actually mining Bitcoin, where you actually take up the energy on your phone, which can damage your phone. So I just want to touch up and see what their opinion was on these apps, you know. I found a couple fraud ones that weren't paying up, and I reported them to the Google fraud department. A good one is Stormplay. The only problem with Stormplay, they take about 7-8 days to pay out, and they don't have a lot of games, but I've made some good Ethereum points there. Anyway, I just want to know what their opinion is, or what your opinion is on these Bitcoin apps. There's tons of them out there. There's just a shitload of them out there. So I made a few bucks trading, you know, selling a little bit high, buying it back when it was that dip that we had on Friday. I took advantage of it and I made some money. Because I did sell a little bit, and everybody's selling out at when it was like 11, when it kept dipping down, everybody kept selling out. It dipped really down. I bought some. Now it's up. It's not what it was. 19,000. It's sitting about 14 something right now, Bitcoin. So I'm waiting for it to go back up. So I made a few bucks. So you can make money trading. It's just like Kurt Mason said. It's kind of like steam. He told me once. It's kind of like picking up pennies in front of a steamroller, trying to get as many pennies as you can before you hopefully don't get crushed. He's kind of right, depending on what way you approach it. I've been successful at it. So far. I've been doing this crypto shit for like the last month. I made some mistakes, but I made some good profits. Gotta be smart. This shit is chess, not checkers. It's kind of like the stock market. You gotta know what the fuck you're doing. Or you will get burnt. But anyway, what's your opinion on these Bitcoin apps? Faucet apps?